I want to start off by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadas. That's all praises to the world class God, whose true name in the Hebrews, Yahweh, by Hashem meaning in the name, and Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful like preaching, word in truth and sincerity on the brother Tazabah, the Great Millstone, Arizona Camp, Lord will, with another video to edify. And I wanted to touch on two videos, right? The one from, I think this is the GMS Jersey camp. The elder, Karatasar from Vegas, highlighting that video on his. I didn't get a chance to watch it all, but Spirit sparked on how to get on it. But what you're going to see is we coming down to the wire, and the more the days get darker, the more these women are going to be in trouble, right? Women in this society have been allowed, like the scriptures say, a woman shall surpass a man. A woman in this society has been able to get in a position that she was never supposed to be in, above the man, because the scriptures say, for three things is the earth disquieted, and one of those things that disquiets the earth is a servant that bear rule. A woman is supposed to be a servant. That's what they were born for. It says, the Lord said he was going to make a helpmeet like unto himself, talking about the man. So the Lord was going to make the man a helpmeet, a servant, somebody that can graft onto him, learn his ways, and do everything that he would do in the way he would do it. Right? But women have been put in a position to where now they get to be the authority. They get to be the breadwinner. And they've abused that power, so the earth is disquieted, and men don't care no more. Men don't care no more. Right? I was watching another video. From the elder, and we're going to get that too. From the elder in, yeah, here we go. I got it. And I'll get it. I was watching another video, and we'll get all these videos in the line to show you. Hey, when we're coming in the time where you women ain't got no man, nobody coming to save you. Nobody's coming to save you. Right? Nobody's gonna help you. If you ain't got a man, you through. You're through. And you women that have men, it behoove you to treat that man as best you can. It behoove you to sit here and instead of seeing everything your way, to see it that man's way, because at the end of the day, that's your defense. That's your help. That's your protection. And a lot of women have burnt their protection, and they're still living in the home with them. So that same person that these women think is going to be their protection is going to be the same niggas that brutalize them in this time, when there's no more police to be called out. This is a dire situation. When we come into World War III, when World War III come around, you think during World War I, World War II, when all those men were shipped off to war, and you had all these little thirsty niggas out here, you think the police was coming to the door all at every fucking hour? You think when the Great Depression was going on, that these Edomites wasn't going to the poor Jake neighborhoods and just going over there and raping they women? They was doing it all, man. Even that dude, what is his name? Not Eddie Griffin. The dude from Everybody Hates Chris. I forget his name. But the creator of it. Right? He said it himself in an interview. During the Great Depression, men used to go into the neighborhood, into Jake neighborhoods, Edomite men, and used to just roll right up in there and get away with it, because the law was on their side. So when these evils grow on the earth, you women are going to get it the worst. It's just nature. And I got precepts to back it up, but we're going to get into these videos. And through the Spirit, the men of the Lord, we ain't going to jump up to save not one of you women, bro. We're not going to jump up. Because a lot of you women that sit here and act like you all Yah Israelites, you godly women, especially the women in IUIC, man, a lot of y'all, man, act like you so godly, but when that time comes, you ain't going to call on the Lord. You ain't going to call on Yahweh Shai. You're going to call on Jesus. You gonna call on the one that got you fed, gave you the claim of this world? Because, hey, in the true spirit of Yahweh Shemel Shai, you women have to take a backseat. And you don't like that. Right? But in these days, man, I'm not jumping up to save no woman, man. Unless it's my woman. But all you other fucking females out there, man, no. Hey, it's gonna be the same thing the prophet said. If the Lord don't save thee, what shall I do? You see? And that dude was hot. He said, you running from me? And we ain't gonna sit here and jump up and save you women from no judgment. No. These days is created to get the judgment on you because, hey, women have walked with an air of immunity. Women have been bullies, emotional bullies. They've stolen, robbed, got niggas set up, killed, and got away with it for so long, man. This time is the time where the Lord is about to start handing out his judgment. Right? And the Lord said he was going to start at his house first. So a lot of you women that say you Israelites, a lot of you women that got men of the Lord, they got brothers that are teaching the word. Hey, a lot of the judgment is going to start with y'all if y'all ain't right. I want to get this other video from the elder,
both sides,
Adama.
We're coming to some very serious times, all right? And for you women out there who believe, you need to keep your head on a swivel, pay attention to what's going on, be circumspect, because again, those evil times that we're coming in, and the demonic spirits that are jumping in people, So all that being said, this brother Yadai, he come down to the camp every now and then. He's solo out there, but he be doing this thing out there. I'm gonna highlight his video right here. You got a homeless dude out in the back there, and this chick come walking down, and my man just doused her with a whole bunch of coffee. All right, and this is why I said, you sisters out there who believe, man, we coming in that time where you can't be just walking around with your head down, your earphones in, not paying attention. All right. And likewise for brothers out there, tell your ladies out there, when you going about your business, keep your eyes up, keep a lookout, because there's a lot of shit going on out here. All right, so I'm gonna play this video.
And through the spirit, a lot of you women don't have that ability. You've been able to walk with an air of an entire encompassing attitude of you're impervious, nothing can touch you. So to just all of a sudden turn that on, in these days, you're not going to do it. Women are not going to be able to turn on circumspectness at the drop of a dime. When all hell breaks loose, you're going to be missing all type of stuff. Cues from somebody, how they moving, what way they going. You're going to pick it up all late and you're going to walk right into destruction.
I'm going to try to zoom in on the situation, but this brother, he makes mention, I hope this dude don't bug out or something to that effect, and ensure shit. All right, let me play this.
We got people who are struggling. So, hope this dude don't start bugging out. But yeah, so, and it says, verse 47, Jeremiah 51:47, it said, therefore, behold, the days come that I would do judgment upon the graven images of Babylon, because this whole place is dealing with graven images. Everywhere that you go, you see a graven image. And you got a lot of people who worship these things knowingly and unknowingly. Most of it is unknowingly. Because, back then, you had people who had literally built statues, bowed down to them, pray unto them, cooked for them, gave them drink libations.
Why would you do that? What was I doing? Just walking, right? Yeah. Are you fucking serious?
See?
You see? And that woman over there looking for somebody to step in. but walking around careless like nothing can happen. And this is what happens when you've been given this free get out of jail free card, get out of judgment free card from the damn devil. You women think you're impervious and you don't look around. The scriptures tell you, rise up. Isaiah 32:9, it says, rise up, you women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you, make you bare, gird sackcloth upon your loins. Meaning you going from that lofty estate to you being in straight anguish and peril, anxiety. Right? You women have been at ease. And now you starting to see that ease not do nothing for you. Because now you running for help, trying to come behind the men of the Lord. And we're not going to be out there protecting you. I'm out there for the believers. Not for you women, man. Now, this is a TikTok I saw a little while ago.
I'm really starting to realize the
Right?
value.
I'm going to get the actual video.
Do not care, but I'm.
Because you women, a lot of women are coming to this realization. Right? And then I'm going to get into these precepts. A lot of women are coming into this realization that it ain't sweet no more. You need a man. That's why a lot of them are becoming depressed. They go on social media making little posts, sitting there trying to find somebody. I was on Instagram today, and apparently they be having a fucking Instagram account built for people that are in prison, and a lot of it is women, but built for people that are in prison that want to make connections before they get out, so they have somebody to lean upon. It's crazy, man. Right, so I'm gonna play this.
I'm gonna die on a hill on this one. So guess what? Rest in peace to that woman. But I'm gonna tell you something. There's another video circulating right now of a black woman and her son being harassed inside of a movie theater by one of them. Okay, and to the point where that lady got physical with that black woman. And hear me when I say this. Hear me when I say this. Whether I don't know if that woman got a man or not. But with everything that's going on right now, I'm really starting to realize the value of having a man in the house. I'm really starting to realize that. I'm really starting to realize the value of what it is to have a man for protection.
And a lot of you women are without protection. Even some of you that actually have men in the house, even some of these women that actually have men in their house with them, they burnt that bridge so much that when that time comes, that nigga ain't gonna protect you. It's gonna be like that one movie, that one zombie movie where the zombies got into the house, and the dude was with his wife and son, and the zombies broke in, and he saw his wife, and he jumped out the window and started booking himself. I think it's 28 days later or something like that. But he left them behind. And wanted to just protect himself. So a lot of you women are going to be in that same lot where the same nigga that's in the house ain't even going to give a fuck about you. Excuse my French, but that's really what's going to come down to, because you burned so many bridges. You tore that man down for such a long time. And the society's going to get to the point where he don't need the comfort of something to come home to. He don't need the stress of having to bury you along while all hell is breaking loose. Right? So you ain't even going to have a protection in that day. And in the scriptures, right, throughout history in the scriptures, let's get some of this, man. It's 1 Samuel 30. Right? Going back to the time where David was doing his thing. 1 Samuel 30 and probably start at 12 or 15. I'll start at 15. It says, in David. Yeah, verse 15. It says, and David said unto him, canst thou bring me down to this company? And he said, swear unto me, my God, swear unto me, my power, that thou wilt neither kill me, nor deliver me into the hand of my master, and I will bring thee down to this company. And when he had brought him down, behold, they were spread abroad upon all the earth, eating and drinking, dancing, because all the great spoil that they had taken out of the land of the Philistines and out of the land of Judah, talking about Amalek. You go up. This is when the Amalekites came in, right? The first verse, it says, and it came to pass when David and his men were come to Ziklag on the third day that the Amalekites had invaded the south in Ziklag and smitten Ziklag and burned it with fire, and had taken the women captives that were therein, and slew not any, either great or small, but carried them away and went on their way. Right? What do you think them Amalekites is about to do to them Jakes? Get freaky just like they do now, man. It says, and when they brought them down, no, I'm going to go to 17. It says, and David smote them from the twilight even to the evening of the next day, and there escaped not a man of them, save 400 young men, which rode upon camels and fled. And David recovered all that the Amalekites had carried away, and David rescued his 2 wives. Right? The women were at home, and the enemy came in and snatched them up. It's going to be the same thing in this time, man. When everybody's sovereign, like the scriptures say, every man shall do according to, let me get it, because these are the days that are coming. Right here, 2 Ezra 15 and 15, it says, the sword and destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. That's a time of war, right? It's a time of civil unrest, for there should be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Everybody's going to choose whatever is right in their own mind in these times. If that means bopping a chick over her head with a club till she don't move so you could take the panties, that's what people are going to do, and it's going to happen. The scriptures talk about the wives going to be ravished, right? When you go into that word ravish, it goes back into that word grape, right? This is Lamentation 5 and 11. They ravished the women in Zion and the maids in the cities of Judah. You see? It ain't nothing new. It ain't nothing new for women in the times of upheaval to get brutalized, man. This is why you wanted protection. This is Genesis 34. And 29. Genesis 34 and 29. Start at 28. It says, They took their sheep and oxen and their asses. It says, and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took they captive, and spoiled even all that was in the house. So in a time of war, part of the spoils are the women. Are the women, and that's how scary it is, man. In these third world countries, these women that go out there and try to do that humanitarian work, that's their biggest fear. That one of them rebel factions come in, because they know at that point they getting their cookies took. Isaiah 32. And this is why the scriptures say this, man. Isaiah 32 and 1, it says, Behold, A king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment, and a man shall be as an hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in dry place, and as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land, meaning a defense. Right? If you were in a dry place, right, and you found a river, what would it bring you? Some solace, some comfort. Right? If you were in the heat, right, and you found a great rock, a shadow, what would it provide you? Some comfort, some protection. But you women that don't have that, where's your comfort and protection going to come? You women that don't have a husband, what is that going to look like for you? Right? Remember the scriptures tell you the head of every woman. Let me get a couple. This is Corinthians. Yeah, 1 Corinthians 3:11-3, it says, but I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashiach, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashiach is the Most High. So that's the order. Now, there's another one that I wanted to build on. Now, if you women don't have a man, right, and a husband, right, how is this going to happen? Because really the man is the protection. You got to have somebody in a time of war, when you're weaker, you got to have somebody lay down on your life for you. This is Ephesians 5:25. It says, husbands, love your wives, even as Mashiach loved the church and gave himself for it. But if you women don't have a husband, who's going to give their life for you? Nobody. That's why that woman said she's starting to see the value of having a man for protection. Because these days are going to get even worse. You got niggas knocking on your door and busting in your walls and throwing rocks through your windows just to get in at 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock at night when you sleep. And there ain't no police coming. Right? When those things are happening, you women are going to really value the things of a man, man. Even in my house, man, my woman, there's been a couple situations where she thinks somebody's coming in the house because there's some noise at night, and she yells at the top of her lungs, and not one time has it been, I get up and I'm out of it. I get up and I'm straight booking towards the door, getting ready to fucking rumble. Right? So in that day, you women that don't have a man, boy, it's you just gonna be wide open for the taking. Right? Just like the Lord is our defense, well, your husband is supposed to be your defense, but if you don't have one, where's that gonna come from? Where's that defense gonna come from, man? Not saying you women that are faithfully following the Lord won't, protect you in these days. But at some point, you're gonna have to get a man. That's a right and perfect order, man. This is Amos 1:13. It says, thus say Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of the children of Ammon, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because they have ripped up the woman with child of Gilead, that they might enlarge their border. You see, ripping up a woman with child, meaning cut them open, just like the conquistadors did to the so-called Latinos, man. When they came in, the devastation of the Indies book, where they would hang the women upside down, and a man would grab a sword and try to slice her and cut the baby out from her cooch to wherever. And they would stump on the baby, man. They're sick. Them same sick ass souls that was back then is here now, waiting for their day, where that mind snaps and the Lord puts that spirit of vengeance on them, We in those days, man, and nobody's gonna come help. Nobody's gonna come help and save you women out of your situations, man. You're gonna be out there by yourself. Look, she wanted out. She wanted out. And nope, the Lord is gonna tell you, just like he told in the book of Kings. 2 Kings, I think it's the 6th chapter. Yeah, here it is. 2 Kings 6:25, and I'm going to jump down. It says, and there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 4 pieces of silver, and a 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. The famine is so real that they had to eat poop, selling poop for gold and silver prices, right? It says, verse 20. I'll just keep reading. 26. It says, and the king of Israel was passing by upon the wall. There cried a woman unto him, saying, help, my lord, O king. And he said, if the Lord do not help thee, when shall I help thee? Out of the barn floor, out of the wine press. And that's going to be the same sentiment in these times. If the Lord ain't helping you, I ain't helping you. Call upon the gods that you chose. That's going to be the sentiment. Call on the gods that you chose. Shalom.